Here's a startling revelation. The fat stored deep in your belly might be fueling aggressive cancer growth in ways we never fully understood until now. A groundbreaking study presented at the 38th Annual Congress of the European Association of Nuclear Medicine, EANM 25, has uncovered a shocking connection between visceral fat, the kind that wraps around your internal organs, and severe forms of endometrial cancer in women. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. It's not just the amount of this fat that matters, but how metabolically active it is. In simpler terms, the more glucose, sugar, this fat burns for energy, the more it may drive cancer's aggressive behavior. And this is the part most people miss. Even if you don't have a lot of belly fat, its activity level could still be a silent culprit. This discovery isn't just a scientific footnote. It's a potential game changer for women's health globally, especially as obesity and endometrial cancer rates continue to climb. Imagine a future where doctors don't just measure your waistline, but assess how active your fat is, revolutionizing how we predict and treat cancer. What did the study really find? Led by researchers from Haukeland University Hospital and the University of Bergen, the study analyzed PET scans of 274 women with endometrial cancer. By measuring glucose, this means having a little or a lot of belly fat isn't the full story. It's how inflamed or metabolically charged that fat is that truly matters. Why is active visceral fat so dangerous? Visceral fat isn't just an innocent bystander. It's an active player in your health. Unlike the softer, pinchable fat under your skin, subcutaneous fat, visceral fat produces inflammatory chemicals and hormones that wreak havoc on your body. Here's how it worsens endometrial cancer. 1. Chronic inflammation. Active visceral fat releases cytokines and fatty acids, creating a tumor-friendly environment that helps cancer grow and spread. 2. Insulin resistance. Inflammation disrupts insulin function, which in turn feeds cancer cell growth. 3. Adipokine signaling. Fat cells send signals, adipokines, that directly communicate with tumor cells, helping them survive and invade tissues. This crosstalk between fat and cancer cells could explain why women with highly active visceral fat face more aggressive, harder to treat cancers. The bigger picture for women's health. For years, obesity has been linked to endometrial cancer, especially in postmenopausal women. But this study flips the script. It's not just about weight, it's about the behavior of visceral fat. This opens a new frontier in cancer research. Could targeting metabolically active fat reduce cancer's aggressiveness? Imagine treatments that cool down inflamed visceral fat, or imaging tools that detect its activity early. Researchers are already exploring how fat influences hormones and inflammation, paving the way for personalized therapies beyond just weight loss. But here's the controversial part. Does this mean we should focus less on the number on the scale and more on fat activity? Could this shift how we define healthy weight? These questions challenge traditional views and invite a much-needed debate. What's next? This study isn't the end, it's the beginning. Researchers are diving deeper into how different fats impact cancer, and lifestyle changes like diet and exercise may play a bigger role than we thought. But targeted therapies could offer a precision approach, tailoring treatments to individual fat activity. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think this research will change how we approach cancer prevention and treatment? Could focusing on fat activity be the key to beating aggressive cancers? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's spark a conversation that could shape the future of women's health.